After 50, don't ignore these 5 silent health warning signs. Catch them early. Have you ever brushed off a small ache or a weird feeling telling yourself, it's just part of getting older? You're not alone. Most of us over 50 have done that. Maybe your vision gets a little blurry or you've been feeling more tired lately, but it doesn't seem like a big deal. So you push it aside and move on with your day. But here's the thing. Some of those quiet, sneaky changes could be your body's way of waving a red flag. Not everything screams for attention. Some of the most serious health problems start with the softest whispers. And if we're not paying attention, we might miss the chance to catch them early, when they're most treatable. Today, we're going to talk about 5 of the most common silent warning signs that people over 50 tend to ignore. These aren't the dramatic chest pains or sudden fevers we all look out for. These are the quiet clues, subtle changes that might not feel urgent but could mean something serious is going on underneath. Now don't worry, we're not here to scare anyone. This isn't about doom and gloom. This is about awareness, empowerment, and knowing your body so you can take control of your health and stay independent, active, and thriving for years to come. So, let's begin with one that sneaks up on a lot of people. Unusual fatigue. Not the kind of tired you feel after a busy day or a late night. That's normal. I'm talking about a deep, lingering tiredness that doesn't go away with rest. You wake up feeling like you haven't slept. Climbing stairs feels harder than it used to. Even walking around the grocery store wears you out more than it should. This kind of fatigue can be a silent sign of many things: heart disease, diabetes, even certain types of cancer. It could also point to sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing stops and starts during the night, keeping your brain and body from getting the oxygen they need. And the tricky part is, you might not even realize it's happening unless someone tells you that you snore or stop breathing while sleeping. So if your energy just isn't bouncing back like it used to, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor. A simple checkup or sleep test could uncover something important. Now let's talk about another sign that's easy to dismiss. Changes in bathroom habits. We get it. It's not the most glamorous topic. But if you find yourself running to the bathroom more often, especially during the night, or if you're suddenly having trouble with constipation or changes in your stool, it's worth paying attention. Frequent urination could be a sign of diabetes or an issue with your prostate. On the other hand, changes in bowel habits, especially if they come with pain or blood, could point to issues in your digestive system, including colon cancer. And again, these signs usually start out quietly, so catching them early can truly make all the difference. We all want to stay active and independent as we age. But that means listening when our bodies whisper, not just when they shout. So now that we've covered 2 of the big ones, fatigue and bathroom changes, let's keep going. Now let's talk about a warning sign that often slips under the radar. Subtle memory changes. We all forget things now and then, where we put the keys, the name of that actor in the movie, or why we walked into a room. That's normal. But if you start noticing that your memory lapses are becoming more frequent, or that you're having trouble following conversations, managing your bills, or keeping track of appointments, it's worth taking seriously. The tricky thing is that early cognitive decline doesn't always look like the dramatic memory loss we see in movies. It starts small. You might feel more confused in busy places, or need to reread things a few times before they stick. These signs could point to mild cognitive impairment, which doesn't always lead to dementia, but it can be an early stage. The good news? When caught early, there are steps you can take to slow it down. Diet, exercise, mental stimulation, and sometimes medication or therapy can all help. Your brain is just like a muscle. If something starts to shift, it's your chance to take action. Not a reason to panic, but a reason to check in with your doctor and maybe even make a few small changes to your routine. Something as simple as walking more, doing puzzles, or learning a new skill can support brain health in a big way. And while we're on the topic of things that feel small but matter big, let's talk about unexpected weight loss. For many of us, the idea of dropping a few pounds sounds like a good thing, especially after 50 when metabolism starts to slow. But when weight falls off without you trying, no diet changes, no extra exercise, that's a sign your body might be working overtime to fight something. It could be stress, sure, or thyroid changes, but it could also point to digestive disorders, infections, or even cancer. That's why it's so important to keep track of not just your weight, but the why behind it. If you're eating like usual but your clothes are suddenly looser, don't just celebrate, investigate. Your body might be giving you a clue that something deeper is going on. And here's the thing. None of this is about living in fear. It's about living aware. There's a big difference. When you start noticing the quiet changes in your body, you give yourself power. Power to ask questions. Power to get help early. Power to take charge before something becomes a crisis. So, we've talked about that heavy fatigue, the bathroom changes, memory shifts, and that sneaky weight loss. There's still one more quiet signal that many people over 50 overlook, even though it's often written all over your face. And that's changes in your skin. Not just the usual wrinkles or age spots. We all earn those. I'm talking about new moles, strange discoloration, or wounds that just won't heal. Your skin is actually one of your body's best messengers. It's out in the open, constantly renewing, and often the first place certain health issues show up. Let's say you notice a sore on your leg that's been there for weeks, or maybe a cut that doesn't seem to close like it used to. That could be a sign of poor circulation, which is common in people with diabetes or heart conditions. Or maybe you spot a mole that's grown, changed color, or has an irregular border. That's something to show your doctor right away. It could be nothing, but it could also be early skin cancer. And skin cancers, when caught early, are some of the most treatable kinds. Even dry, itchy skin might be more than just dry weather. It could be your thyroid, your kidneys, or even a reaction to a medication. So if something seems off, don't write it off as just another aging thing. Think of your skin as a daily health update from your body, and make sure you're checking it regularly. Now, I know all of this might sound like a lot. It can be overwhelming to think that something small could turn into something serious. But here's the empowering part. Your body is always communicating with you. It wants you to stay well. And when you learn to listen to those whispers, you give yourself the best chance to live a long, full, vibrant life. You don't need to become a medical expert to do this. You just need to stay curious about how you're feeling. Notice what's new, what's different, and what feels off. Write things down. Ask your doctor questions even if they seem silly. And most importantly, trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it's worth checking out. Because here's the truth. Most of the health problems that show up after 50 don't come out of nowhere. They come with signs. Quiet, subtle, and easy to miss unless you're paying attention. And when you catch them early, you give yourself options. You stay in the driver's seat of your own health journey. We've talked about 5 important warning signs today. You might relate to one of them. You might have brushed one off in the past. But now you know better, and that's a powerful thing. Taking care of your health doesn't mean living in fear. It means living with awareness, courage, and the belief that every year, every moment is worth protecting. So keep listening to your body. Keep asking questions. Keep showing up for yourself. And if something feels different, don't wait. Your future self will thank you. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever had a small symptom turn out to be something more? Or maybe you caught something early and it made all the difference. Your story could help someone else. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more helpful content like this. Here's to staying sharp, strong, and healthy, because life after 50 is just getting started.